Hey guys, I can't really see the screen on my phone, so I'm hoping that you can see this. I'm outside in my space. Yeah, I'm gonna take my jacket off. It's a little warmer than what I thought it was outside. This is actually kind of a video to newbie witches about, tools, and that we as witches and pagans seem to think that we need. And to be honest, you don't really need all those fancy tools and bells and whistles that usually you will see on everybody's altar when they show. And to be honest, I've been a witch for 9 years. I am now heading towards a shamanic path. I can never say that word right. And then I am finding the more spiritual my path becomes, the less I need. The better I connect with spirit when, there's just me and I don't have all these bells and whistles, all these fancy tools. Because to be honest, the magic that we create comes from here and here. It doesn't come from some fancy tool. Now, I know that there may be some that disagree with me, and you know what? That is perfectly alright. It's your path. You walk it your way. Don't even listen to me, I'm telling you this stuff, but I don't expect you to listen to me. If you feel that you need an athame, if you feel that you need a wand, then use it. If it helps you to better focus, go for it. I'm not telling you don't use these things. I'm just saying that you don't necessarily need those things. Like I said, I'm finding that the further my path goes and the more I grow spiritually, the less I need as far as tools. And the majority of my tools, I haven't gone out and bought them. They have actually come to me. The very first tool that I acquired was a knife. Well, it was my knife, and it was given to me by a friend. My little cauldron that I have, it too was given to me by a friend. Sorry, I'm watching the birds. My wand, it's just a stick that I picked up out of nature. And you know what? I don't even use it. It sits on my altar and looks pretty. My athame, up until last fall, I didn't even have an athame. I just happened to be out walking and found a piece of wood that it called to me, and so I made an athame. But to be honest, that athame, I don't even use it. It sits on my main working altar, and basically it's just a decoration. That's pretty much what it has become. Now, my smudge fan, I do use it with my incense and my sage. Is one that I made myself. I'm finding that the tools that I do have and the ones that I have made myself work better for me than the ones that have been bought from the store, ones that have been made and mass produced. They sit there and as decoration. You don't need all these fancy tools to create magic, as I've said once already. I do have crystals, and again, 99%, I'll say 99, maybe 90% of the crystals that I have were given to me. Meg from Elizabeth Story has sent me several, and I greatly appreciate it. Why is it that every time I go to do a video, the neighbors decide they need to mow the grass? So hopefully I can get through this video without the mower. being too much of a distraction. But as I said, my crystals, a lot of them have been given to me. Like I said, Meg from Elizabeth's Story has given me some. When Dora has given me a couple or one. But, you know, there's been a few stones that I've bought, like my blue tiger's eye. I did acquire it on my own. I think I'm gonna have to pause this video and go inside. The neighbor's getting too loud with these mowers, so I'll be back. Moved inside my woodshed, and so yes, I'm coming to you live from the woodshed. Well, pre-recorded. But like I said, you as a witch have the ability to manifest a lot of your tools, because that's exactly what I did. For years I didn't have a lot of the tools, and you know what? I got along just fine without them. But when I had thoughts about a tool, it may not have come to me right away. It might have been months, years, but I got along fine without them. And like I said, a lot of them sit on my altar as decorations. A lot of my spells that I do are just candles, spells, the majority of the time. I say a few words, light a candle. Well, I light a candle, say a few words, and let that candle burn until, and that is about the extent of my spell work. I don't go into all fancy spells. I don't get into all these different colored candles. A plain white dollar tree, dollar store candle works just fine for me. So, you know, as newbies, don't feel that you have to have a particular item to make your spells work, or you have to have a particular item to be a witch. You're a witch without tools, because being a witch comes from the heart, not from the tool. But since I was talking about tools, I thought I'd go ahead and show you some of mine. I know I've shown this altar before, so I'm not really doing an altar tour, but when I'm talking about crystals, like this huge crystal here, it was one that I found out in the woods at my friend's house. See, this is my athame. I made it myself, just out of a piece of wood, and then I wrapped some suede string around it. My smudge fan here is just an antler that my husband found in the woods, and the feathers were a gift from nature. This here is a blue tiger's eye, which is also known as the hawk stone, and the hawk is my totem animal. So that stone there has significance, and again, it was given to me in a swap. Let's see what else. The bowl that I have here, this little offering bowl where I keep corn and my spirit guide incense. My youngest son made that when he was in grade school. And this bowl over here that has more offerings of pine cones in it was made by my oldest son when he was in high school, I believe. My candlesticks were made by my grandfather, who's passed away about 4 years ago. Now my cauldron here is one that I purchased for 50 cents at a yard sale. It was blue, and I painted it black. It now holds stones that I find out in nature when I'm hiking. This one here is my latest find. I'm not sure what kind it is, but I just thought it was pretty, and so it begged to be brought home. Another stone that I found, and I call it my goddess stone, is one that I believe is actually a fossil of a snail shell, but I love it, and so I had to bring it out. Again, here's another one of the crystals that was given to me by Meg. I believe it is citrine, and citrine is one of my favorite crystals. My bird skull, which is an actual bird skull. Again, it was found out in the woodshed. The bird had passed on, and the bird, of course, is one of my totem animals, so I put its little skull on my altar. This feather here was a gift from my grandfather, and if you've watched my videos, then you know what I'm talking about. These dimes are ones that I find that fall out of nowhere. They will fall on the ground in front of me, or I'll be walking in a parking lot and there will be a dime. They're not ones that I have, like when I bought something, I got change back. They are all ones that have been gifted to me, and I put them on my altar as offerings to my ancestors. My bowl over here that I made out of a gourd. I cut it down to what I liked. I dyed it, and I painted the feathers on there. I made my bird skull out of polymer clay and just poked holes in the top of it. See, here's another crystal, amethyst that I got from Windora. That one was given to me by a friend. These three are from Meg. And then I have a wisteria seed pod here that was gifted to me by Woody from the Oak and the Mystic. And this is the knife that I talked about, was the very first tool I acquired. It was given to me by my best friend. So you see, you don't need fancy things. Over here is my incense holder. I made that out of polymer clay, and this is just a terracotta saucer that catches all the ashes. So you don't need fancy tools to, work. And of course, these are candles. I buy these at the dollar store. These are the majority of what you will find on my altar, other than like these ones here. At times I will inscribe things on them when I'm doing a spell and let them burn. And my orb here is just feathers that I found out in nature while walking. Again, the bow here is all feathers that were gifted to me in nature. I don't buy a lot of items, as you can see. I don't have a need for a lot of items. Like my statues here, like my bear, I did buy this one. I just bought this one at the Goodwill because bear has presented itself to me as one of my totem animals recently. I'm sorry that this is fuzzy. I don't know why my camera does this, but it just does from time to time. It gets all fuzzy, out of focus. And here's some spray. I have some energy clearing spray that I've simply made with water and essential oils. So as you can see, and my altar cloth here, just something simple. Piece of fabric that I got from Walmart. I've had it for years, but it fit the theme of my altar. And so, as you can see, you do not need a lot of fancy items to grace your altar. I know that everything on here didn't cost me very much. This, like I said, this is wood that was found in nature. The antler was found in nature. The feathers were gifted from nature. All my rocks, of course, have been gifted to me. My crystals were gifted to me. I know that I'm sure that they cost other people money, but they didn't cost me money. My gourd bowl here, it cost me a couple dollars to buy the gourd, but again, I made it into something useful. So you see, you don't have to have a lot of money to acquire tools. Make them yourself. They will be, or at least for me, my tools that I made are much more magical. And things that were gifted to me have more meaning to me than something I would go buy myself. I needed something. But anyway, I thank you for watching. I hope this has helped you as a newbie to realize that you don't need a lot of money to acquire tools. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I appreciate it.